Howdy doody booty doody. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Resonant Blade Devlog episode. In this episode, we're going to be looking at some of the player movement and the physics that I've been working on. And in case you're new to the channel, this is in 2D. And in case you're new to the channel, this is an indie game devlog of my 2D action adventure game, Resonant Blade. Thanks for tuning in everyone, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos about my game. So I've been reworking and improving on the player movement and the physics. I added more of a deceleration effect for whenever the player lets up off of the run. Atlas's animation will continue to run for a short time afterwards, but then he'll slow down and eventually stop. I previously had something like this working a long time ago, but I couldn't get it to play nice with the animations. But I finally got that figured out. On top of the movement physics, I also added in some sprinting. Hold down the left shift and you can run faster. All I had to do to make this work was basically increase the movement speed and the animation speed. I added in some screen shake at the start of the sprint, along with some smoke effects that appear. And these smoke effects, I also ended up using them in the dash ability as well. For the sprint, I had to put in a cooldown timer to account for how often you can start sprinting. It's a short timer, but I didn't want the player to be able to spam the shift key and spaz out sprinting. So whenever you sprint or dash, it's going to consume some of the player's energy. I made a couple of audio and visual cues for whenever you run out of energy and whenever your energy is completely restored. And also whenever you try to sprint or dash, but you don't have enough energy. And these little things are all going to help indicate to the player when they're able to perform actions and when they can't. And one last thing I forgot to mention on the last video was some of these custom particles that I added to enemies whenever they get hit with the wrong frequency. I basically added in the same particles that I use for force fields around treasure chests and incorporated that into this instance. These little randomly colored particles are just another visual indicator to let the player know that they're hitting the enemy with the wrong frequency. Alright, that's all I had for this week's devlog. Thanks again for watching everyone, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Later.